Excuse me for that. The study, which will commence next year, the beginning of the year, where we will be sending out questionnaires to people, asking them some basic questions, such as, what are some of the questions that you're going to be asking, Mr. Sistrunk, in your questionnaire? Let me just read it to you. Our initiative, Restoring Black America, is a comprehensive $65 million study designed to address critical issues within the Black community. The project, the most extensive study ever conducted on a single group in the United States. Let's hold the music for a minute, y'all. Let's hold the music. Thank you, Lord. This project, the most extensive study ever conducted on a single group in the United States. No group has ever been studied like we're going to do Black America with this study. It's a 3-year study. Let me finish. The project, the most extensive study that is ever conducted on a single group in the United States, will focus on health, financial stability, and overall being of the 41 million African Americans. Over 3 years, we will examine various aspects of the participants' lives to inform public policies and implement effective solutions. Michael O'Connor, that was for you. Public policies. When we finish this study, of the 41 African American community, as it said, it will, over a 3-year, we will examine various aspects of the participants' life to inform public policies and implement effective solutions. Okay, let's keep going. I thank you, Lord. The areas of this study that each participant will receive $300,000, $300,000, and then $400,000, $1 million, 41 million African Americans in this country. Each African American, regardless of their ages, if the census say there's 41 million African Americans out of the 65 million, let's just round it off to $70 million. Out of the 70, that way we need 70 companies, 70 corporate companies to donate $1 million to this study. That's what I said. We will be seeking Walgreens, $1 million. Nike, $1 million. Walgreens, CVS, $1 million. Pharmaceuticals, $1 million. Kellogg Cornflakes, $1 million. Ford Motor Company, $1 million. Did I say pharmaceutical yet? $1 million. Once we have consolidated the $70 million that is needed, $41 million of that will go to 41 million African Americans in this country as part of repairing the Black American family. This is a study. This is not reparation. I have called on the Democrats, my Democratic friends, Cam Howard, Beatrice Boyce, not Paul McKinney. I forgot, Paul, you switched parties. Not Paul McKinney. Beatrice Boyce, who's heading up. Will Crosby. I don't know if she is going to come over or if she goes, Beverly Miles. She's still with those Democrats. I'm calling on, I should have said that about Beverly Miles. She going to call. Beverly going to call me right after this show is over. I'm calling on the Cam Howards, the people who have the reparation piece. Listen to me on this, y'all. The people who are pushing this Wednesday, not this Wednesday, next Wednesday. Today is Thursday. This coming Wednesday at 2:00, they're having a big thing at the DuSable Museum, the course of action that they're going to be taking towards getting the Democrats to move on reparation. This is not a proposal for reparation. Let me say that first of all. That's why I'm taking it to the Republicans. That's why I'm taking it to corporate America. That's why I shifted from taking this to the federal government as opposed to getting 75 million corporations, 75 companies to donate $1 million each so we can get this done. I think Ford Motor Company would probably be interested in knowing how 47 million African Americans are going to be spending their money that they gained from this study on what do they want, Ford or Honda? Do they want Walgreens or do they use CVS? It's a simple study. It's not hard. But what we are going to do is we're going to do everything that we do around this study is going to be decent and it's going to be in order. Thank you, Lord. God has chosen me, Miss House. Thank you all. How's the judge? He could have went over this Acapulco. He could have went on 43rd. He could have went on Skid Row. He could have went to Baltimore. He could have went to Georgia. He could have went to Atlanta. He could have went to Florida and got Steve. He could have went down to San Diego and got Dallin. He could have went to Minnesota and got Edith. He could have went and got Peggy. He could have got Angel. God could have got anybody he wanted to do this work. But he called on me. And since he called on me, since he's put this on my lap, I'm going to have to do a good job. I'm going to have to turn away from anything that is adverse to going down the path to where God will get the glory for this. This is not a Zip Sistrunk proposal. This is not a green slate idea. This is God gifted and God guided. For some reason at this time in America, God feels as though Black America needs a leg up, a boost up. With 41 million Americans in this country, and each one of them with this study receiving $300,000, 25, $300,000, 26, and then 27, $400,000 to be part of the most comprehensive study ever of any group in America. No group has ever been studied like this proposal is studied. Well, somebody say, well, Ziff, you, last time we heard from you, you was out in California making movies, and still is. But when God say do something, I've learned to listen to it. When God said, I want you to concentrate on this because something is happening in this country and I don't see what it is, but one thing I know, that Black America is being pushed to the side. Somebody would say, Mr. Sistrunk, you wrong on that. Now you just went too far. You were doing good at first. How you know Black America is being pushed to the background? Well, I mean, if Stevie Wonder had eyesight, he could see that. But I'm not here to point fingers. I'm here to tell you all that there is something that is going to happen in America that is going to change America. Now let me give an example. Because I know some of you all are going to say, Mr. Sistrunk, why? Well, let me tell you why. I want you to remember one thing. When Black America get this money, $300,000 the first year, $300,000 the next year, and the last year of the study, $400,000, there will be $1 million to 41 million Americans. That has never, ever happened in this country. Black America has never had the ability, other than those who have worked or those who have been fortunate enough to be able to go to a dentist, to a doctor, to eat the food that will revigorate and will rejuvenate their bodies. The proper food, the proper dietary. $300,000 a year will change each and every one of Black Americans in this country. We've never had that opportunity. That is one of the reasons initially this was, I'm not going to lie to you, this was started in the direction of a form of reparation. But then when I saw Will Crosby and Cam Howard and Beatrice Boyce and so many others was going into the direction of seeking Black America reparations in view that the Democrats are in Chicago and the Republicans was in Milwaukee and P. Ray and Paul and King Israel, they were up there prodding the Republicans to help Black America. And now next week we'll be live with the convention telecast 3 days in a row. We're going to go live with the Democrats convention. But we will not mention one word about this to the Democrats. Because I am asking my friends, my Democratic friends, those of you, I don't want to get emotional, but when I talk about the Democratic Party, I get emotional. The reason I get emotional is because I know the history of Black America and the Democratic Party. I'm aware and I know that the depth, the feelings, the stick-to-itness, the believability that Black America had with the Democratic Party. That's why I've asked my Democratic friends to take the lead and take the reparation piece, the desire to be compensated for the 300, 400 years of labor. Every city that have a skyline, that's Black America's skyline. Black America may not have built that skyline, but those skylines, some of those buildings was built off the back of slavery money. I had no idea until I read that the biggest industry in Mississippi during the 200 years of slavery, the biggest industry in Mississippi, they didn't sell water, they didn't sell tobacco, they didn't sell cotton. They only sold cotton. And that was the biggest industry in Mississippi. Can you imagine that for 200 years? Your product is being sold all over the world. Cotton, tobacco. And for 200 years, Black America would wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and our family members would work until midnight. Correction, to 6 in the evening. For 200 years. White America, I personally don't want you to give me no reparation. I don't want it. I will not take any reparation, even if Cam Howard, them, when they're successful in getting reparation, I'm probably be the only American that's going to turn it down. The reason I'm turning it down because I don't think that there's enough money that you can pay a people for working 200 years with no money. No bank, even the Catholic Church. If you took the money the Catholic Church have, the art, the jewelry, the land, you couldn't repair it. You couldn't give Black America what it deserves. 200 years. Only thing I say to America when it comes to reparation for Black people. See, the reason I moved this proposal to corporate America, because corporate America have a responsibility to give back. That's why I moved it to corporate America. Walgreens have a responsibility to give back to the 41 million African Americans. Jewels have a responsibility to give back to the 41 million Americans because we give to them. But I just want to conclude that thought when I was talking about Anthony. God bless you. I just cannot. I'll be the only one when Cam Howard, when everybody is successful in getting Black people reparation. First of all, I'm not Black, I'm Jewish. That's the first thing. So that argument is a non-argument when it comes to me. I'm not on all these people that have this and have that and mulattoes and 2% this and 3% that. If you're Jewish, then you're not Black. So why are you getting reparation? That's why I say I'll probably be the only Black America who will turn it down because I'm not Black. And because I think America has been very unfair to Black America. That's another reason why when they're successful, and they will be successful, trust me, America is going to have to pay that debt. You can, like America tell you, when you borrow something, you can pay it now, you can pay it later. America is going to pay Black America for that reparation one way or another. Watch what I tell you. That's why I took my proposal, Green Slate Institute for Justice 2040, because once we're successful, and I have no question that we're going to be successful, for the next 3 or 4 shows, we're not going to concentrate on nothing but the list of the 75 companies that we're going to write letters to, ask to speak with the CEO, ask to have meetings on bringing them in as one of the co-sponsors of this study, because each of the 78 companies that donate the $1 million each, or 41 million Americans, African Americans, will get $1 million each 3 years in a row, 300,000, 300,000, 400,000. But you have to complete the study, be part of the study. You'll get weekly obligations and responsibilities that you will have to fill out Wednesdays, Thursdays. I'm looking at, because I'm one of the founders of this. Eventually, it's not going to just be me. It's going to be more people to come into this circle. It's going to, when ideas start off, sometime when you're building a house or when you got an idea, sometime you got the hammer in your hand by yourself. But that's why I started this show off telling you all that God is in the midst. See, where my brother, my cousin, my niece, and my nephew won't stand with me sometimes, but God will. He'll show me the companies. Each company, God's going to show me how to go to them, how to approach them, how to show them that there is a benefit in having this data to show Folgers Coffee, for them to know what brand of coffee that Black America drink and what is the result of Black America drinking coffee. That's what we want to know. Not so much which company that you drink coffee, but how many cups a day? How's your mood swing with your coffee? These are just some of the questions that's going to be asked. Let me go over one real quickly, not real quickly because we still have an hour. Let me go over just the 10 key points that we're going to be concentrating with this study. Bear with me. Smoking. Yeah, we're going to need to know, because smoking is tied into your health. I'm not me. I'm stop saying me. Green Slate Institute for Justice. We're going to change some lives with this study too. Thank you, Lord. Black America has never, in each individual, had $1 million in your, where you can control it. It's never happened in this country. Already, just the fact that we're talking about this is a form of history making. No politician, no preacher, No scholar has ever, no politician, even the people who are pushing reparation, they are talking about spies in the sky numbers about what each Black America is deserving of. The Green Slate Institution say we need to move. Black America is hurting right now. Black America needs something right now. That's why we're saying 2026, we should at least have locked down by the end of this year. We should have at least not locked down the 20. I hope we don't have to knock them down. We should at least had our 78 companies that we're talking to. That our core group, we're going to have a core group from the East Coast, 3 people. 3 people from the Midwest. 3 people from the West Coast. 9 and 10. That's an advisory board of 10 people. Thank you, Lord, for that. So people will see it's not just Zipf. The thought came from God. The implementation and the initiation was by Zipf. The manifestation will be done first by 10 people from across this country. Thank you, Lord. Miss House, bear with me, please. Stay with me, don't leave me. Hold on to me. Whew, thank you, God. Man that I love. Thank you, Lord, for that, Lord. God, thank you. Sometimes I talk so much and so fast, I don't even know what I be saying sometimes, but when you think about what I just said, I don't want to do this by myself. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be right because I'm not an elected official. Got my ministry license to be a street preacher from the internet almost 15, 16, 17 years ago. Some of you all may not even know that. It hurts to fight for our people. It hurts that here's a young man. I'm not going to say I don't have nothing because I got a lot. But that God would use, when I was little, I showed you all some of the pictures. They called me Ragamuffin. That's why I'm fighting so hard to do my movies. Because with my movie, I'm going to donate that. My story. I'm just going to keep a little of it to buy me some shoes and some socks. From my movie, not 9 Ounce in Cuba, not the Dick Allen story, but Prisoner 6-156. I'm going to donate that one. But I'm going to keep me some for me a pair of shoes for every day of the year and a pair of socks for every day of the year. I'm going to let y'all know. There's some people say you shouldn't let people know what you're going to do. I have no problem because I'm protected by God. God, that thought you just gave me, I just want to thank you for what you did by giving me that thought, because that will put everything in order. With this study, once again, we are going to have 3 people from the east part of the country. We're going to have 3 people in the Midwest. And we're going to have 3 people on the West Coast, and then it's going to be me. It's going to be 10 people. It's going to be a 10-people board that's going to push this forward. Then the next thing we're going to do, we're going to deal with the Southside Community Credit Union in Chicago. Greg Brown is the director, started it on his own.